It goes without saying that Stephen Curry is one of the greatest basketball players in the world. After all, with 3 NBA championships, 6 All-Star appearances, and 2 MVP awards to his name, there are very few players in the league today that are even close to his caliber. However, there was still a lot that most people don't know about this premier point guard, so today we're going to be counting down the top 10 things you didn't know about Steph Curry. But before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification button so that you never miss out on any of our latest content. Number 10, he was not heavily recruited. Although it may be hard to believe today, it turns out that Stephen Curry was barely recruited at all by Division I teams during his senior year of high school. In fact, despite leading his high school team to 3 conference titles and 3 state playoff appearances, during his time there, he was only offered 1 scholarship from small schools such as Davidson, SVU, and Winthrop, and this was largely due to his small stature, as his 6'1" frame and 160-pound weight were not considered ample enough to allow him to compete at the college level. Therefore, despite his top choice being Virginia Tech, due to it being his father's alma mater, he ultimately chose Davidson, as it was there he was practically guaranteed a starting role. And when you consider that he went on to immediately make an impact and gain recognition as one of the best college players in the nation, we think you'd agree with us in saying that Davidson's talent scouts definitely deserve a raise.
Stephen really was not thought of as an NBA talent, or even definitely not an MVP talent until much later. So he was able to have relatively normal college life. And I've always just seen him as Stephen, and at school I did not see him as a potential MVP.
Number 9, childhood sweetheart. Unless you lived under a rock, chances are you've heard of Steph Curry's wife, Aisha, featuring prominently all over his social media. She is also pretty prominent in her own right, as she has not only appeared as an actress on a number of TV shows, but also has her own over 576,000 subscribed strong YouTube channel. Yet it turns out that this power couple has been around longer than you may think, as they met when they were both just 15 at a church group, soon starting a long-distance relationship as Aisha lived in Toronto and Steph lived in North Carolina. They went on to eventually become married, and as a result, she has become one of the most recognizable NBA wives out there.
What was your first impression of me?
My first impression was that you seemed kind of shy, but you were very beautiful. I wanted to get to know you, even though I was kind of shy too. So it was, I was like, who is that fine freshman over there?
Number 8, his father. While you may know that Steph Curry's father, Dell, played in the NBA, he was certainly a better player than many give him credit for. That's because Dell, while not as good as Steph, had an impressive career in his own right, as he not only won 6th Man of the Year in 1994, but also averaged an impressive 11.7 points per game over his 16 seasons in the league. When you further consider that he had a major role in helping his sons Steph's and Seth both make it to the NBA and excel, it becomes clear that Dell was not only a great player, but evidently a pretty great coach.
Hey, I'm Dell Curry, his pops. My son is GQ Man of the Year. Y'all think that's funny, huh?
Oh! Number 7, an avid golfer. Although there are certainly many multi-sport athletes in the NBA, few can claim to be better and very talented on the golf course. However, Steph blows his norm out of the water due to him being an exceptionally strong golfer. A regular fixture at celebrity golf tournaments, he has an impressively low 0.6 handicap that places him pretty close to a number of pros, and most notably made headlines when he schooled President Obama by shooting a 76 when the two golfed together. When you then further consider that he's an avid bowler as well, we think you'd agree with us in saying he can really do it all.
Well, he didn't earn himself a trip to the White House after losing the NBA Finals, but he did get another golf date with the president there. Curry and his dad, former NBA player Dell. No word if the Currys avenged last year's loss to Mr. Obama.
Number 6, his sister. While Steph Curry's brother, Steph, is a well-known player who has traveled around the league, his sister, Seidel, is not as well known. The youngest of the 3, she was quite the athlete, most notably having played volleyball for the Elon Phoenix women's volleyball team of the CAA conference, winning accolades such as the CAA Most Improved Player and First Team All-CAA honors during her time there. She went on to graduate and is now married to Damian Lee of the Golden State Warriors. As a result, while she may not be in the spotlight, she really deserves the proof of athleticism that is certainly a strength in the Curry family.
The Curry clan, all of them.
We're all here.
What about little Miss here? What's her strength? We're going to talk about these two guys in a second. What's your strength, Sidel? What do you like to do?
Play with her dogs.
Number 5. His familiar finds. Typically speaking, parents are usually their children's biggest supporter, and be it giving their athletic son or daughter good advice, making them healthy meals, or even just cheering from the sidelines, they often can make or break an athletic athlete's career. However, Steph Curry's mom, Sonia, takes things a step further by fining her son, Steph, if he turns the ball over excessively. You see, they have an agreement: if he makes 3 or more turnovers per game, he has to pay her for each turnover he makes, with this being payable at the end of the year. And although Curry has even admitted that it impacts his play, saying that, quote, "It keeps me on edge every game. I know she's gonna text me or have some witty one-liner about what she's gonna buy with all my gifts," end quote. He nonetheless still manages to average about 3.2 turnovers per game, which means that in an 82 game season, he'd be paying out about $2,500.
Steph was at a big middle school game, or his first middle school basketball game, and he didn't do his chores the night before. And he didn't get to play that first game?
That is absolutely true. We only work as a family if everybody does their part.
So would you say you were strict?
Yes.
You say that with a smile.
I try to say I wasn't that bad, but I was pretty bad.
Number 4, 3-point hero. While it is no secret that Steph Curry is a 3-point god, as he has an insane career average of 43.5% on about 10 attempts per game, it turns out that his trees make an impact far beyond the basketball court. That's because ever since joining the Nothing But Nets anti-malaria campaign, he has donated 3 insectable treated mosquito nets for each triple he makes during a game. As a result, when you consider that he makes about 275 3-pointers per season, it's clear that this donation mechanism has allowed him to make some real, tangible changes in places across the globe.
When we started this, 3,000 kids a day died of malaria in Africa. That number's way down. We're cutting down the mortality rate from malaria, and this is how.
Number 3, his wage. While you would expect such a superstar as Steph to make millions and tens of millions of dollars per year, even by NBA standards, Stephen Curry brings home an exceptionally fat stack of cash at the end of each season. That's because as of now, he currently has the highest salary of any player in the league, making a whopping $40.2 million per season, with this rate set to rise to $43 million next season and $45.8 million in his contract's final year. When you then consider that he makes about $40 million in endorsements through his contracts with brands such as Under Armour and Muscle Milk, if he manages his money right, then the next 10 generations of Currys could easily be set for life. Number 2, his production company. NBA players going into business ventures beyond basketball is nothing new, but Steph Curry stands apart for having his own production company known as Unanimous Media, which was named to be due Curry becoming the first NBA player in history to be chosen as MVP by a unanimous vote. The company partnered with Sony in 2018 to make faith and family-friendly content. Drawing on Curry's close connection with his faith, the company has made a number of Christian-based films, with the 2 most notable being Breakthrough and Emmanuel, which both premiered in mid-2019. As a result, it's clear that despite being an NBA superstar, Steph has stayed true to his Christian roots.
Bear with me, okay? How many shots has he fired? He's reloading. He's reloading.
And blood at the roots.
Number 1, his charity work. While we've already briefly mentioned some of Steph's charity work, it turns out that he is by far one of the most greatest in the league. Most notably, he won the NBA Community Asset Monthly Award in January of 2014 and the season-long award in the same year, and also grabbed headlines for donating a new 2016 Kia Sorrento to the local East Oakland Youth Development Center in 2016 and donating about $60,000 to STEM initiatives in 2018 after creating and auctioning a pair of space-themed shoes in collaboration with Under Armour. When you then further consider that he continues to have strong ties with the aforementioned Nothing But Nets anti-malaria campaign to this day, it's clear that Steph is a hero both on and off the court.
Stay in the net and save a life.
That's all we have for you today, everyone, and thank you all for watching. Let us know in the comments down below which Steph Curry fact you thought was the most surprising, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification button so that you never miss out on another one of our videos. Until next time.